Family and friends, welcome to tonight's webinar. My name is Steve Max, aka Max the Mentor, and I'm here to share with you guys some powerful information that's literally changing the lives of people all around the world. My name is Steve Max, aka Max the Mentor. You guys can find me on Instagram and on YouTube at Max the Mentor. And listen, tonight you're going to hear from one of the legends here at I Am Academy. And I want you guys, number one, if this is your first time here, I want you to get a pen, I want you to get a pad and a pen, and I want you to take notes because this is life-changing information. You know, 2.5 years ago, I knew nothing about trading. I knew nothing about Forex, right? I didn't know what Delorean was. I didn't know any of this, but here's what I knew is that I wanted to learn how to make some extra money online. I knew that I wanted to learn about trading. I wanted to learn about digital currencies. I wanted to learn what all these people knew that I didn't know, which was how to make a fortune online if they just learn how these markets work, if they just learn a couple of strategies. And I know that so many people, they just need the information, guys. So many people are just desperate for information. Listen, if you're here today and you're saying, Steve Max, look, I'm going through a tough time. Maybe you're here tonight and you're saying, I'm just looking for something. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but if I could just have an opportunity, well, listen, you've come to the right place at the right time and you're with the right people. I believe that the people on this call today are the greatest people that you could be partnering with. The greatest people that you could be connecting with are the people on this call here. And so listen, 2.5 years ago, this changed my life. I believe it'll change yours too. The things you're going to hear are absolutely true. They're absolutely real. This is how the banks are trading money, but you're going to have to make it absolutely real and true for you. So you're going to have to make a decision at the end of this. They say information is power, education is power, but I believe it's the application of that information that creates the power. So I want you to be focused right now. I want you to listen in because you're going to learn how to trade Forex in 4 simple steps. This is something that even 9 and 10-year-olds around the world are learning this. This is something that I'll tell you, I've had people in my organization with me for 6 months and in some cases over a year and hadn't had consistent results. But when they learned this and when they got the education that you're going to hear right now, they began to see results. We've got people all over the world in places like Canada, in Europe, in Africa, different countries in Africa, utilizing this information and getting the results. I believe you can get your results as well, but you got to listen in, take notes, pay attention. And at the end of this, I want you to get back to the person that invited you and get your questions answered. And most importantly, my friends, take action. Now, let me tell you about the gentleman that's about to speak tonight. He's a gentleman that I look up to, at his age, very young age. He's under 30 years old. He's had massive success. And listen, we've seen people very young and even people retired have success. So age is nothing but a number. But what I want you to get, it is in the 7-8 years that this gentleman's been able to master what he's going to show you. He's been able to have massive success. Now, we're not allowed to talk numbers here or make income claims by law. We just can't do it. But I will tell you that neither him nor I would be here today sharing this with the hundreds and hundreds of people on this call if we didn't believe it was true, if we weren't seeing results ourselves. And this gentleman took this information, utilized it, mastered it, and now has been able to be a full-time entrepreneur for years. He's been able to invest in other things like real estate. He's literally impacting thousands and thousands of people all around the world. So I want you to pay attention. And you know what? Just because I want you to see how powerful this is, I'm going to turn the chat on real quick one more time. If Patrick Kenny has ever impacted your life, if Patrick Kenny's ever impacted your trading, I want you to show our guests here tonight by going in the chat box right now and dropping a PK for Patrick Kenny. If Patrick Kenny has ever impacted you, if you've ever had a winning trade from him, if he's improved your trading, guests, I want you to see this chat. These are not paid actors. These are people that are serious and having results. My friends, I want to welcome the man, the myth, the legend, a gentleman that is becoming a good friend of mine, Mr. Patrick Kenny.
All right. Can you hear me? We good?
You're good. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, brother, man. Every single time I listen to you, I'm like, he's talking about me. That's a weird thing. Guys, it's good to be here. Any call I get with the Steve Max is a fun call. The guy's ability, his tenacity, his consistency, his desire to help people is bar none. And this is a guy that, you know, I haven't known him for too long, only a few months. And the first time I met him, I was just impressed with not only the way he does business, but the way he carries himself as a human being. And you know, we also have Tyrone in the house, so everybody say hello to Tyrone. He is here in attendance tonight as well. And guys, what I want to talk about tonight is just some information, and really just talk to you guys about what I have done that has worked. Just to give you guys just a little bit of a backstory about me, if you've never met me, I'm 24 years old currently. I started trading when I was 18 from Tyrone. Everybody that's in here, my original mentor is in here right now watching, so it makes it special for me too. And he taught me how to trade when I was 18 years old. Prior to that, what I used to do to make money in high school, aside from going and bussing those tables and bartending when I turned 18, for those of you guys that don't know, in Montana, where I grew up, the laws, you can bartend when you are 18 years old. It's like being able to sell a car without a driver's license. But anyway, I used to bartend and things like that. But for money on the side, I used to do what was called shoe flipping. Some of you guys know that. And so I used to buy, you know, everybody knows Jordans, or everybody knows, you know, Kobe Bryant shoes, Kevin Durant shoes, LeBron shoes, Yeezys, so on and so forth. Used to buy these shoes for $200 and then resell them for $300 or $400. And that is how I kind of got interested in entrepreneurship, or interested in making money without having to, say, clock in. I also started a clothing line called Odyssey Clothing. The reason you don't know about it, because it failed. I think any great person that has done anything great in life has gone through and failed at some point in time, or has had a time of failure. And so, you know, I've been through those ups and downs. But when I turned 18, I was already intrigued in the market, how it worked. I already put a little bit of money away in the stock market, not a lot by any stretch of the imagination. But when I bring this up, you know, I bring this up because I was going to college. I was bartending. I had all these sort of things going on. And one of the things that was an issue was that I was unable to see the charts all the time. And what I mean by that is, if I'm getting up at 6 a.m., I'm getting to school by 8, I'm getting out of school by 3 in college, and then I got to be to work by 4:30-ish, and then I get off at 10 or 11, and then I got to do homework. There's not much time there to see the markets. Now, granted, the stock market's closed by that time, and of course, as an 18-year-old, I don't have the capabilities to trade off market hours or even know how. And so I had no chance of making money. And that is what intrigued me about what I'm going to show you tonight, which is the foreign exchange. Think about it this way. It's currencies, not companies. Instead of buying companies, we're buying currency. And the greatest thing about it is that this market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that enabled me as a college kid to get out of class, off work, midnight, 1 a.m., whatever it is, to go on the markets and see if something was viable and try, keyword try at the beginning, to make money. Fast forward now, almost 7 years. It is, you know, again, Matt, or Steve has already said this, I'm not able to say any sort of monetary gain, but it's been able to allow me, I can say this, allow me to live, you know, I guess the life that I would have liked to live, that I probably never dreamt of, in terms of freedom. And what I mean by that is, you know, right now I'm sitting in Montana, and I also have a place in Arizona. I'm currently looking for another place in Arizona. I'm currently flipping, and if anybody knows where Paradise Valley, Arizona is, I'm currently flipping a home in Paradise Valley. And this is all just capable and from being able to learn a skill set. So tonight's call, we're going to keep this under an hour from the time I start on this presentation, is about how to trade. So I'm going to teach you guys my exact method, steps 1 through 4, how I enter in the markets, how I exit the markets, how I do the whole 9 yards. So without further ado, I'm going to grab my screen and we are going to get this show on the road. So let me pull this up real quick. Minimize that. All right, so I'm going to pull this chat box back up just really quick. Let me get everything situated. I want to just start tonight's call by asking you guys a simple question. By a show of yeses, how many of you guys have traded currency before? Just by a quick show of a yes, just to get it going. And as you get those in, on the flip side of the coin, by a show of no's, how many of you guys have never traded currency before? By a show of no's. Okay, so we've got a little bit of both tonight. All right, perfect. Okay, so, I only asked that because what I want to do is, give us 1 second, guys. We got to just get this off here real quick. What I want to do tonight is talk about how the Delorean works and talk about how we trade with the Delorean. So with that said, this is a call about the Delorean. Again, my name is Patrick Kenny. If you didn't catch that at the beginning, you can find me on Instagram at pkennyfx. This screenshot was taken a long time ago, so I do not have, or I have a few more followers than that nowadays, but at pkennyfx is my Instagram. For those of you guys that don't already have me on Instagram, be sure to follow me to see some of that, flip stuff, some of that just average day-to-day lifestyle situations. And also, what we do on there is talk, of course, about trading currency. So for those of you guys that haven't already, be sure to hop on there. But, I bring this up and show some of these pictures because, for example, this left picture here is a picture that I took when I was still in college, a picture when I was, still trading, but also in college, balancing that life. This is a picture in Dallas when I was teaching this exact strategy in Dallas, Texas. This was about a year ago, September 2018. There's a random picture of me in Vegas. I could pull up a picture of me in London in front of 8,000 people that we just had. Tyrone and I were up on stage teaching the exact strategy. And I bring all this up because this information about the Delorean is just incredible because of the speed that people pick it up. And so we have under an hour to do this, guys. So we're going to get going. We're going to get talking about what it is. So what is the dang Delorean? What is this word we keep hearing? Well, the Delorean is actually an algorithm or software. It's a multi-time frame scanner. It scans the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily time frame simultaneously, ensuring you do not miss a profitable opportunity in the market. And it scans across 30 different currency pairs. So obviously that's 150 different combinations or mixtures, if you will, every single second that is being scanned in this market. And it comes with an adaptive algorithm. This algorithm's not brand new. I've been trading this for years and years now. And the reason, again, that I'm trading this is because I was that guy in college. I was that guy bartending. I was that guy that was busy, and I didn't have time to see what was going on in the charts. What better way to see what's going on than an algorithm alerting you with what's going on? And the only reason it was able to be found was a Google search that I made. It wasn't me that created it. I found some developers, and I said, look, Tyrone Foster taught me this strategy that is just too incredible, and I'm missing these setups, and I need something to tell me when this happens via my cell phone. And I found a guy that was able to do that, and the rest is history. We have Delorean. So that's where we got to where we are now. And now let's talk about what it looks like. So this is what Delorean looks like. On the right side is your alert panel. So we're going to get into all this tonight. So I just want to give you a brief kind of rundown of this. This is all these currency pairs. You can see New Zealand, Swiss, probably pretty small if you're on the phone screen. Pound New Zealand, Euro New Zealand. These are different currency pairs. And then this is the chart. And it all comes in with these lines. Everything's already preset for you, so you don't have to worry about any of that. I think the big thing to talk about here is that it's web-based. When I first got this made, we had to download 4 different softwares and what was called a VPS as well, which is a virtual private server, in order to run this around the clock. And now we're able to do it with just a website, no different than logging into Google. Now, the powerful point of that is that my cell phone works for this, my iPad works for this, my laptop works for this, Teslas work for this. Anything that is smart and has the capability of going on an internet browser, if you can go on Google on that device, you can get Delorean on that device. And that's pretty cool. And so what we're going to talk about tonight is how to use it. So first things first, guys, I built this for myself. And I want you guys to think, what did I build this with in mind? And I built it with simplicity in mind. And simplicity is the key to trading. A lot of people think that the more complex that we can make things, the more profitable we can make things. But what I have found that has brought me success, and fortunately for me now brought over 3,000 students inside of Delorean success, is simplicity. Understanding something immediately helps people, because what does that do? That raises their belief level in doing it. If you walk directly into a high-level calculus class first day with no pre-algebra, no basic geometry, no basic mathematics, you're going to probably be overwhelmed and never come in again. But if you get the prerequisites, you're going to be able to do it. And this exact in under 60 minutes, we're going to go prereq all the way up to calculus. And that's how simple this is. So first things first, get those notebooks out. We start learning right now. We will have two different directions in the market, always buy or sell. Now, buy means you buy something right now at this current price and it goes up, and that's how you make money. Say you buy a stock, for instance, at $100 a share, and now it's $120 a share, and you sell it. You just made $120 a share. Sell means you actually short the market. It's called short selling the market. That means that stock is $120 a share and it dropped to 100, and then you exit it and you made that $20 a share. It goes the same both ways. And with currency, you're buying or selling the same way. Buying means you want the price to go up. That is how you make money. Selling, it means you want the price to go down. That again is how you make money. So with that said, how do we use it? Well, we follow a simple 4-step process. This is what Steve was saying at the beginning of today's call. This 4-step process is all we use to have success. And it's called BCLS. Write that down. BCLS stands for bigger, cut, location, space, trade. Now I'm going to expand on what these mean, but these are all questions. And if we get 4 yeses in these questions, then boom, we take the trade. So as a quick note, write this down. And we'll reiterate this point in just a little bit when we hit the charts. But we are going to focus on the 2 candles to the left of the arrow when we get to the charts. Every single chart is going to give you either a blue arrow to buy it or a red arrow to sell it. And you're going to have a bunch of mumbo jumbo on the chart. We're going to pay attention to the color of that arrow and the 2 little candles to the left. And that's all we're going to pay attention to when we ask ourselves those 4 questions. So with that said, here are your chart sheets. I would recommend some pictures. There's a lot of words here, so probably some pictures would bring you some value. So write these down or take a picture, whatever you got to do. As you can see in the top left corner, these are for the sell alerts or sell signals called on the short-term time frames. So the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, 1-hour time frame. And the only question you want to ask yourself before you go to the 4 steps on the short-term stuff is this: is it between 2 and 10 a.m. Eastern? Is it between 2 and 10 a.m. Eastern? Okay. So once you know, yes, it's between 2 and 10 a.m. Eastern, then you can go to the 4-step process. Now, all I need you to do to take a quick glimpse of that, can you guys raise your hands if you're good to go there? Okay, cool. Just take a quick picture. So now this is the opposite side. Take another picture. So these are for the buys. Notice how the word changed, buy signal now. Okay, so this is for the buy side. Is it between 2 and 10 a.m. Eastern? Same question. Same question. Got it? Okay, cool. Just take a quick pic. I don't even need, you guys do not need to know how to use this just yet. All I'm doing is giving you, I'm basically throwing all the information at you and then teaching you how to use it. Now there's 4 cheat sheets. This is the 3rd one. This is on now buys on the 4-hour and the daily, which means these are higher time frames. And I want you all to quickly notice, what did we just get rid of? 2 to 10 a.m. Eastern. You see that? So what does that mean? Well, what that means in simple terms is you can trade the 4-hour and daily alerts that come in via the Delorean at any time, whether it's at night or the morning. If you're trading short term, you need to trade in that 2 to 10 a.m. window. Now, to address the obvious elephant in the room, it's the why. Why do we do that? Well, 4-hour and daily, those are long-term trades. We don't really care about the intraday market fluctuations, that little volatility that happens intraday. But when we're trading short term, we're intrigued and we want to see high volume in the market. We want to see volatility in the market. Throughout the day, news releases are coming out. This is coming out. That's coming out. You know, that prime minister's talking, or President Trump is talking, or somebody's saying something, and the market is volatile. We're trying to take advantage of that, but it's only on the short term. And so that's why we have the 2 to 10 a.m. Eastern. That helps us take advantage of that volatility. When you're outside of that window, the market slows down and your success rate will also lower. So on that note, we go over to the sell side of the 4-hour and the daily. These are the high time frames again. Notice again, 2 to 10 a.m. Eastern, not here. What does that mean? Trade the sell side of the high time frames anytime as well. Okay? Raise some hands when you're good to go, guys. Okay, perfect. So with that said, guys, now's the fun part. Now's the teaching. If you're brand new to trading, the next 20 minutes are going to be eye-opening for you. We're going to hit the charts, and I'm going to show you exactly how we utilize the 4 steps. So with that said, this is a screenshot taken directly off of the Delorean. This is what it's going to look like when you log in. Okay, so all these, for the sake of tonight's training, all these screenshots were taken directly from 15-minute trades, just to keep you a reference. And what I said is you need to pay attention to just a couple things. Number one, the first thing you need to do is address the obvious. Do I have a red arrow or a blue arrow? Okay, so what I want you guys to do is get active in the chat now. Okay, get active in the chat now. And let me know, do we have a sell or a buy happening right now as we speak? Okay, yeah, we have a sell. So if we have a sell, all we need to do is address our 4 questions. Just read. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? So all we do is address the question. It says, look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. So here's the arrow. Every one of these little colorful dashed blocks are a candle. So we have 1, 2, kind of backwards there, but if I drew that right, 1, 2. Okay, those are the 2 candles, the ones I just bricked. The question is the red bigger than the blue? Yes or no? Answer me that now. Is the red one bigger than the blue one? And all we're looking at is that colorful chunk. That is what's called the candle body. The top of it, that little line, is what we call the candle wick. We are not addressing the wick right now, only the chunk. Is the chunk of the red bigger than the chunk of the blue? Yes or no? All right, good job. You guys all answered yes. So if we get a yes, what do? We move on. Step 2. Step 2 is even easier. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? So answer me that. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? So you say to yourself, okay, self, we're paying attention to the 2 candles left of the arrow on every question. Does this colorful red line cut through both candle bodies? Yes or no? So answer me that. Good job, Rebecca. Good job, Rob. All right. Sean, good job, Carter. All right. All right, good work. Yes, so we get 2 yeses. Okay, our goal is to get 4, so we move on to step 3. We go to step 3. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above the 2 candles? Now, here's your first noteworthy moment of the evening. Write this down. Or cutting through. Write that down on step 3. Everybody go write that down in your notebook. So step 3 is going to read like this. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above the 2 candles or cutting through? I'll read it out loud again. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above the 2 candles or cutting through? Let me know. Yes or no? Now, if you answer yes, I want you to go further. What color are you talking about that is the culprit, if you will, in this case? Okay, aqua, good job. So we've got the aqua here, we've got the blue here, we've got the gray here. For steps 3 and 4, those are the 3 we pay attention to. In this case, we have none of them above. We have these 2 below, so those don't matter. Aha, the aqua cuts through. So you get a yes. Good job, guys. You're moving really fast tonight. And that leads us to step number 4. Step number 4 says, did you make sure the gray, aqua, or blue lines are not closely below? Now, what does this mean? Well, first of all, closely below means below the red or blue candle. On the sell side, it's below the red, I'm sorry, not the candle, but the red arrow. So we're talking about below that red arrow. And also, we want to make sure we have at least greater than 10 pips room. Now, pips, new piece of terminology for people that are brand new. We'll talk about that in a minute. But write that down. More than 10 pips. We want to make sure we have at least 10 pips room. So what does that mean? That simply means that we go back to the chart and we look at the red arrow and we decipher where the red arrow's price point is. The red arrow's price point is right here. And then we say, where is the next nearest line below us, if any? If there's not a line below us, this doesn't matter. It's an automatic yes on step 4. Write that down. If there's not a gray aqua blue below you, it's an automatic yes. However, if one is below you, you need to see that it's at least 10 pips below you. So notice, what's the next color below us? Bingo, right there on the blue. So all we do is, I'm just using this box to show you so it's perfectly horizontal. This is the price point for the red arrow right here, 1.83200. This is the price point for the blue, 1.82900. Okay? So we write those levels down. By the way, by show of yeses or nos, how many of you guys know how to count pips? Good job, guys. All right, a lot of you guys do. I won't skip over it, though. So the arrow is at 1 point. I'm just writing down the price point of the arrow, so don't mind me sitting up for a sec. 1.83200. That's the arrow of the price point that the algorithm has called us to sell it on. And then the blue line is at 1.82900. We'll just write both those down so I can teach you how to do this. Here's all I do. Regardless of what the last number is, I get rid of it. So I scratch it out, okay? And then I circle the next 3. Now you always put the bigger number on top. So 1.832 minus 1.8290. All I do is subtract the circle from the circle. So what is 320 minus 290? 30 pips. How many do we need to make a yes on step number 4? Yes, exactly. We need 10. We have 30. We need 10, we have 30. We need 10, we have 30. Perfect. So what just happened there? Let's recap. Well, what just happened was, if I can get my thing to switch over here, we got a yes, a yes, a yes, and a yes. What do you think happens now, guys? Bingo. You look to take the trade. So let me just take a step back before we continue practicing this. What Delorean does is Delorean takes out the need to understand every finite little level in the market. All this noise here, we could go back further, further, and further. All these candles, we don't need to understand what's going on there. All we need to know is what's happening with these 2 candles. The rest is history. So if we get 4 yeses, we take the trade. Again, if we get 4 yeses, we take the trade. We got 4 yeses, so we look to take the trade. So with that said, I know we're brand new, we're fresh. Let's talk about another one again. So you guys are getting a little bit more comfortable now. We're looking to buy or sell. We're looking to buy or sell. By the way, is my chat box blocking your guys' screen when I have it up, or does it hide it on Zoom? I can't remember. Oh, it's blocking you? Okay. So, yeah, we're looking to buy. Okay, we're looking to buy. So with that said, if we're looking to buy, we need to go now and switch our cheat sheet. Notice now, what do we find? The buy cheat sheet where it says buy. We're on the 15-minute time frame again. So we read step 1. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Notice now the verbiage is different. Is the blue bigger than the red? So we go over back to our step 1. Okay, we look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow, which is these 2 right here. Is the blue bigger than the red, guys? Yes or no? Good job. Yes. Yes. So that leads us to step 2. Step 2 says, I'm just going to leave that box there for sake of us circling those 2 again. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Yes or no, guys? Okay. Got some yeses. We do have some no's. Take a quick look at it. Take a closer look at it. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Both candle bodies. I'm hinting something. Both. I'm helping you here. Both, yes or no? No. Why is that? Well, take a look at the red. Okay, we're looking at the red line. Does it cut through both candle bodies? It's very easy. A 4-year-old can do this. Look at the red line. Is that cutting through the chunky thing on this red one? No. It misses the bottom, comes up and nicks the edge. It needs to come one side, in one side, out the other. Notice how it comes in one side of the blue and out the other. It needs to come in one side of the red and out the other. It needs to come inside and outside both. So I want you guys to now really let me know. Let me say it one more time. Step number 2. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies, yes or no? We learned through our failures. How are you guys feeling now? A little bit better? No. If you get a no, what happens? If you get a no, what happens? You're done. You move on. You do not take this trade. Now I'm going to go through all 4 steps just for sake of it because it's good learning. But if you guys were trading by yourselves real time right now, and you were to see it, well, you wouldn't be trading this right now anyway. It'd be 2 to 10 a.m. Eastern. But say it's 3 a.m., you see this setup, you wouldn't take it because you didn't get 4 yeses. Let's go to step 3. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely below the 2 candles? Remember our caveat to it. Or cutting through. So looking at step 3, is the gray, aqua, or blue lines closely below or cutting through? Yes or no? Well, look what happens. There's nothing below it. None of them are below, and none of them are cutting through. You get another no. That's 2 no's. If that wasn't enough for old whoever you are, then let's go to step 4. Did you make sure the gray, aqua, or blue lines are not closely above? How many pips do we need from the blue line? More than 10. Okay, so from the blue arrow to the next line above us. If there's no line above us, it's an automatic yes. Remember that? So there is a line above us. It's aqua. Look at that. 0.75. I'll even give it the benefit of the doubt. Even though it's higher than this, I'll say it's at 0.7513. Give it more room than it even deserves. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt up here, 0.7515. What is 0.7515 minus 0.7513? 2. Get rid of the last 0 and circle the next 3. That's 515 minus 513. 2 pips. 2 pips. Not enough room. So with this example here, I like to teach with non-perfect examples because it helps. We get a what? We get a yes, a no, a no, a no. Please do not take that. Please do not take that. Again, please do not take that. Very easy, okay? Now you're starting to see why we have literal 10-year-olds doing this. Let's move on again. Are we looking to buy or are we looking to sell, guys? All we're doing is looking for a blue or red arrow. That's it. Are we looking to buy or sell? Good job. Buy. Now we're only 20 minutes. We're only 20 minutes in, but you guys should already be on this. Do we take this trade based off all 4 steps? Yes or no? Final answer. Take your time. Based off all 4 steps. Take your time. Don't look at anybody else's answers. Answer for you. You're an individual. You're a human. Answer for your own self. Do we take this trade based off all 4 steps? Good job. Let's go through the steps. Guys, if you guys are just brand new on here, I want you to notice something. Look how fast people are getting this. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. I'm not even going to circle the candles any longer. You guys are now, the training wheels have been loosened. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the blue candle bigger than the red? Okay, blue arrow. Is the blue one bigger than the red one? Yes or no? Yes. Step 2. Does the red line cut through both candle bodies? Yes or no? Yes. Step 3. Is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely below the 2 candles or cutting through? What color's cutting through? Aqua. Majority of the time it is. Step 4. Did you make sure the gray, aqua, or blue lines are not closely above? Well, as you guys have seen me do time and time again, we just have to simply look at the price points. We're at approximately 67.33 where the blue arrow's at, and approximately 67.46 where the gray line is at. What is 67.46 minus 67.33? Well done. Well done. We have enough room. Okay, well done. Again, let's do it again. Are we looking to buy or are we looking to sell, guys? Are we looking to buy or are we looking to sell? It's a sell. Now, based off your knowledge, what you've already gained, I want you to only answer if this is your first time on the call tonight, if you've never seen Delorean before. Only answer if you've never seen it before. Do we take this trade, yes or no? This is what's amazing about Delorean. That's how fast people are able to recognize a good or bad trade. Why? Why don't we take it? What's the reasoning? There's actually 3 different steps. 3 different steps as to why we don't take this trade. What are the 3 steps? Step what, and step what? You don't have to type them out. What numbers? Step number, number, number. Step 2, step 3, step 4. The red line doesn't cut through. Okay. Step 3, is the gray, aqua, or blue line closely above the 2 candles are cutting through? On step 3, does that pass? No. Needs to be very, very, very close or cutting through. Step 4, does that pass? No. We need more than 10 pips. Okay, beep, 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 beep. Stop, 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 stop. His name is Diamond Knight. We have to study. All right. Here we go. We're on a sell. Step 1. Okay, this is for you. Look at the 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Is the red candle bigger than the blue? 2 candles to the left of the arrow. Diamond Knight, this is for you. We don't care if the blue's bigger than the red. Is the red bigger than the blue? We're selling, not buying. Okay, I'll stop a whole class. We good there? So somebody said, so if you get a no, do you sell it? No, that's not, no. If you get 4 yeses, you enter the trade. That's it. If you get a single no, you do not trade it. The concept when I'm saying we are looking to sell, the concept when we're looking to sell means if we short the market, we make money when it goes down. Somebody said, I'm confused on how to tell. I'm not going to get into Q&A, guys. It's not that hard. You look at the arrow. Is it a buy or sell? If it's red arrow pointing down, it's a sell. If it's a red arrow pointing up, it's a buy. That's it. So now we want to talk about where would we enter these positions? Where would we put our take profits? Where would we put our stop loss levels? So let's take a step back. Let's go back for a minute. And again, I got to kind of take a step back. There's a lot of new people in here tonight, so I want to explain what a take profit is, what a stop loss is. So let's go back to this first example. We all remember. We have a red arrow to sell. We have a red arrow to sell. So let's look at this really quick. Where do you think you enter the trade? Well, you enter the trade very easily. You enter the trade whenever this system tells you to, the red arrow. So right here where I'm trying to fuzzy in a green line, that's where you enter the position. That's the price you enter the position, 1.832. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what a stop loss is, what a stop loss is that is if the market goes against you and you're not correct, you automatically get pulled out of the market. Yes, we are wrong. Last week, for instance, full transparency with you guys, I traded this live with people. I won 3 trades and lost 2. The week before, I traded this live with people. I won 3 trades and broke even on 1. The week before, I won 5 trades and lost 1. Each week is different. The market is always different. We always have to have a stop loss just in case. Okay, so where is our stop loss? Well, on a sell, stop loss is a risk reverse on a buy. It's simply above or below the 2 candles. So when we're selling, this is your stop loss level. Of course, when you're selling, if the market goes down, that's a good thing. If the market goes up, that's a bad thing. So that stop loss means if the market climbs up and comes above the 2 candles, it automatically pulls you out of the position. That is where you put your stop loss level. Where do you think you put your take profit level? Well, you put your take profit level at the nearest colorful line below you. That is where that step number 4 comes into play. So what that means, visually speaking, is you are risking this much for a minimum reward of that much. Your goal is to always only risk half of what your reward is. Risk always half of what your reward is, minimum. So if you're risking 10 pips, what should your minimum reward be? 20. If you're risking 50 pips, what should your minimum reward be? 100. So that's just one example. Let's go back to the buy side. Now we're buying. Where do we enter the trade? Oops, wasn't drawing. Where do we enter the trade? Yes, good job. Right there. Where do we put our stop loss? Below, just below the 2 candles. Remember on that other example, I just did it above. Why? Because we're selling. Now we're buying. So going up is a good thing. Going down is a bad thing. This is our stop loss. It means if the market drops down to this level, we are automatically exiting the trade. Whether you're eating lunch, whether you're asleep, whether you're at work, if the market hits that price point, your broker will automatically exit you from that position. The same goes as follows. Where's our take profit? What colorful line is our take profit? Good job. That's our take profit. So in this example, you are risking this much for reward of this much. You guys want a bonus tonight? What color line have I not talked about yet? There's one color that I've literally not mentioned once. What color's that? Yellow. I've talked about gray, aqua, and blue several times, haven't I? Step 3 and step 4, go read them. Yellow. Well, I'm about to give you something that has my students just freaking out. They love this. They dubbed it, they named it. What did you guys name it? Any of my students in here tonight? What did you guys name it? I don't know why they named it this, but whatever. They named it the Patrick Push. So we put this yellow line on here for a reason. 80% of the time when you get an alert from the Delorean, this is for a buy here, 80% of the time, the market will not immediately just go up. It will contract and pull back. Where do you think it pulls back to? The yellow line. So where do you think Patrick enters his trades? As I talk about myself in third person. Where do you think I enter the trade? The yellow line. So my original entry, what I just taught you, was here. This is now your new entry on the yellow line. What happens? Well, if my stop loss is here, scenario 1, that's my risk, but look how much less risk I am now. Not only does that diminish my risk, but look at my reward now. We go from that much reward to that much reward. What do you think that does to your risk to reward ratio? Here's the key. I'm about to drop the biggest nugget of the night. It has nothing to do with Delorean. I don't care how you trade. I don't care what market you trade. I don't care who your mentor is. I don't care what live room you're in. I don't care what strategy you follow. I'm about to give you a statement that is the only reason that I'm successful trading. You ready for it? I am able to lose more than I win and still make money. How? Right here. Risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio. There are people out there risking 400 pips for a reward of 40. Yes, they might win 90% of their trades, but that does not even mean that they're profitable. So last week I won 3, lost 2. Somebody in this room initially thought, oh my gosh, he lost 2. That must have wiped out a lot. I can win 2, lose 3, and still make money. I can win 4, lose 6, and still make money. I can win 40 and lose 60 and still make money. So what I want you to write down in your notebook, big and bold, is 1 to 2. Your risk is a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio every single time. It can be a higher one. It can be 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 12. I don't care. But it is never 1 to 1.5. It's not 1 to 1.9. It is 1 to 2 minimum. It's never 1 to 1. It's never 1 to 0.1. It's 1 to 2 minimum. All right, moving on from the rant. So that is how we enter these trades. Now, going back to that sell example, what does that mean for our sell on this past example? That means that you wait for the market to pull back up into the yellow line to sell it, rather than sell it right at the yellow line. Again, the same thing. It's just on the vice versa side. Stop loss above these two instead of below on the buy side. Everything is just opposite. Okay? Give me a 1 if you guys are feeling pretty good already. Okay, perfect. All right, so With that said, let's continue on. Within minutes, you guys are already identifying profitable setups. That's all that took me. I want you to take a minute and imagine for practicing for even 1 month. How would that impact your trading? How would that impact your trading, guys? Practicing this for 1 month. A lot. Yellow line. We're not doing the yellow line again. We just did it twice. More profitable. Big time. Identify so much. Make me way better. More success. That's what the goal is. That was what all my goal was. This formula changed the way that I trade, guys. If I can get this thing up here. There we go. I'm ready for you guys to all have exclusive access. Okay, this software cannot be found online. So you guys can't just Google Delorean software and it's just, you can't find it. You won't find it. This software is invite only. As Steve was saying earlier, this is invite only. That's why you're on this call. You were invited by somebody. Type the name of the person that invited you in the training, to this training, in the Zoom chat right now. Type their trade, or type their person. I read somebody say trade. Type their name. Type their name. Parrish, Denise. Okay, we'll take notes of this. Get their name locked in right now. You need to. Do you want access? Get their name. Okay, I'll let you guys keep doing that. If you were invited here, you have access to this software. And once again, this is invite only. So what I want you to do is the person that you just said their name, whoever that person was, think of them, take 1 minute, and however they reached out to you, text that person the 3 words right now: I want Delorean. They'll know what to do with it. I want Delorean. So text your group chat, text your personal email them, whatever, however they reached out to you, however you saw it, text them, I want Delorean. Right now, I'll give you guys 1 minute to do that. Type of 1 once you've done that. Okay, just waiting for a minute here. Text them right now. Okay, now let me go into some things. Understand that texting who invited you is the only way to get access. What I'm trying to tell you is you just can't, I can't just say, hey, go here. It is a legitimate, there's only one way in, and that's somebody to unlock the code for you, and they have to already have it. This is an invite only. And if you need further help, here's what's special, guys. This is the most special part of tonight. Check this out. This is our schedule. Now, some of you guys might be saying, well, what's the schedule mean? This software is already easy to understand, but I want you to think, how cool would it be to trade alongside me or my original mentor or one of my great trading partners? Well, that's what we do 4 days a week. Every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern, I trade live with this software, my own software. Every Tuesday through Thursday, we are live from 6 a.m. all the way to when I'm done at about 10 a.m. 4 hours straight of these people. I got to mute somebody. Give me a sec. Of these people trading live. How would that help you? Well, what that does, what live trading means is they are saying, I am saying, hey, Delorean just called this specific pair to buy it. I'm going to buy it right now. What that does is that brings that gap in. You're not only learning, But now what are you doing? Earning. Need even more help? Maybe you're not free those times. Look at our schedule. This is the DirecTV of trading. We have successfully created the largest trading academy on planet Earth. About 300,000 clients currently. These are all of our educators. That not enough? We added more. Over 130 educators speaking in we just added Arabic, 9 languages around the globe, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trading live with you. Now, what I've created for you is right here, the boot camp. The boot camp is day 1 through 5. You can see it, I circled it in red. What this is designed to do is take you not only from this training, but directly when you are off this training, I highly encourage you go directly over to boot camp day number 1. Then day number 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. We talk about the basics to portfolio management, to advanced entries, to advanced correlation, all the way to mindset for success. If that wasn't enough, Tyrone Foster, the co-creator of the Delorean, my original mentor, put his entire course in here for you guys. 26 hours of learning content to continue to expand your knowledge about the Delorean. He used to charge $2,000 for this exact course. $2,000 for this exact course and this exact information. Now, if you go Google how to trade Forex right now, this is about what's going to pop up. This is about what's going to pop up. It's expensive to learn how to trade, obviously, because you make a lot of money, right? Now, the greatest part about what we're doing, and the reason I'm so fulfilled every single day, is that our academy is allowing people to start their Forex journey for under $300. $235.95. Imagine being able to have access around the clock to 130 different educators with the Delorean, enabling you to see exactly when and where they're entering in the market and exactly what they are doing. The only reason that people don't have success in the platform is the lack of application. Now, when we look at Delorean, I want you to think what I just showed you. How much do you guys think Delorean costs? How much do you guys think Delorean costs? $10K? Remember, this original software, you can go look it up, the Matrix, we used to charge $2,000 per subscription. Why? You know why. The money that is being made. The greatest part about the Delorean, it's $23. Comes out to 46 cents per live session. $0.46 per live session. That is what's the most amazing part about this. The only reason that people do not get started, I'm about to hit home with somebody, is they do not think that they are able to make that much money trading. Obviously, I'm not legally allowed to make income claims in here. But once you realize, and once you're in 1 month and realize the potential of the largest financial market on planet Earth, it will come clear that you are ripping us off. The value that is being given is bar none, the largest academy on planet Earth. Now, with that said, there's no choice but to win. I'm winning, so let's win. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stop this share. It's been a fantastic evening with all of you, talking about everything Delorean. Again, you guys need to text that person, I want Delorean right now in order to get the Delorean. For those of you guys that are in IM Academy right now, there's tons of you. You might not have Delorean. You simply go back into your im.academy subscription. You simply go to your shopping cart and you grab it for $23. Type a 1 in the chat if you have ever made money with the Delorean. Type a 1 in the chat if you have ever made money with the Delorean. Guys, we are the fastest growing trading software. And the reason for that is not only because of the software, but because of the live rooms and because of the education. We assign homework, we have chat rooms, we have weekly meetings, so on and so forth. You are going to be forced to win. If you do not like accountability, if you do not like people being on you about your success, if you are not a person that loves to be pushed, this won't be for you. But if you are a person that likes to be pushed, if you're a person that likes to be held accountable, if you're a person that likes this sort of structure, like a school-like structure, this is for you. So with that said, I appreciate you all so much. Again, for those of you guys that are not already part of IM, reach out to somebody who is. Again, my Instagram is @pkennyfx. Be sure to reach out to me if you need anything. I will see you guys in the live session tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. Let me know that you're on the call tonight, tomorrow morning. God bless. Have a great rest of your evening. See you later.